with demons requires a background of fasting. In Matthew 17, there's a story of the disciples who are following Jesus. A man comes with his son and tells them that his son is vexed with a spirit and he has something like epilepsy. He falls down, he foams at the mouth, and so on. And he falls into fire, different things. And the man came to the disciples first and told them about his problem. And he asked that they pray for the child to cast out the demons that are harassing the child. And I think they tried and it didn't work. So he came to Jesus. The man came to Jesus and said in verse 20, no, not verse 20, but let me start from where he started from. And I brought him, okay, verse 15, please, verse 15. Lord, have mercy on my son. He came to Jesus. Lord, have mercy on him, for he's a lunatic and sore vexed. For oft times he falleth into the fire and oft into the water. And I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him. What an unfortunate situation. Pastors. Then Jesus answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring that boy to me quickly. Bring him hither. And Jesus rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. Then came the disciples. After Jesus had delivered the boy, they came to Jesus quietly, apart, secretly, Nicodemously. And they asked him a question. How come we couldn't cast him out? Because we also use the same words. In the name of Jesus, come out, come out. And he didn't come out. How could we not cast him out? And Jesus gave the answer and Jesus said, because of, first of all, your unbelief. Your unbelief. Your unbelief. It's like you said come out, but you didn't, your faith was not strong. Okay, read on. He says, for verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, be removed hence and be cast yonder to yonder place, and it shall be removed, and nothing shall be impossible unto him. Then he says, howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. But when they brought the boy, Jesus didn't say, wait for me, I'm going to fast and come. But he commanded the demon to go away. What does it mean? It means he has had a background of praying and fasting. Background. So some of the things you are going through today, you need to have fasted some years ago, some time ago. A background, a foundation should have been there before you met what you are meeting. Sometimes when you meet something and you are praying and fasting, it doesn't seem to work because tension no cry and concentrate on the prayer. Tension no. So long before you meet a crisis, long before you meet a situation, you should have fasted, praying, fasting, praying, committing yourself. You see, one of the topics we prayed about this week was about the will of God. The will of God. So that we become proper children. So that it's in your ministry, your marriage, your business, your education. There are issues in your marriage, your education. You don't know that tomorrow, you don't know what is coming. You don't know it. You can't tell. There are problems that are coming. You have no idea. Whether it's in your business, whether it's in your marriage, whether it's about your children, whether it's about your health, you have no idea. So the practice of fasting and praying is to give you a certain rock on which you stand. When that thing comes tomorrow, that background of prayer and fasting has secured you, has empowered you, has made you bolder, more full of faith before you met. It seems like fasting and prayer are very powerful when faith is added to it. Because he recognized that they had no faith. And he said your faith was small. And then he said also that, number two, that this one also, no, it comes, fasting and prayer is what deals with it. Yeah. So the background, that's why perhaps churches like ours put fasting at the beginning of the year for what is coming in the year.